Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vivo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala 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 Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. 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 Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai
Jaya Gaura Nidai Gaura Nidai Gaura Nidai Jaya Gaura Nidai
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Shri Gaura Nitai ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Gaura Premanandi
Hari Hari Bol
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad
Namo Vishnu Paraya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutare Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Samani Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Bracharina Nirvishesha Shunamari Paschati Hare Krishna Prabhu, welcome back.
Okay, so what's the deal? We put away the pillows. Open the curtain.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you back.
How should I put the camera?
This stand for TikTok, it can go higher. You can pull it out. Alright. You ready? Jai. Something. Yeah, so you can go stand on that side. We're going to be opening this up at first. And then after we play our obeisances, we're going to go on this side and we're going to open this up. Jaga Guru Shila Prabhupada ki
Jai! Namo Vishnu Paraya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutari Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Brahacharina Nirvishesha Shunavadi Paschartadishtarine. Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Brahacharina Nirvishesha Shunavadi Paschartadishtarine. Kind of a nonsense angle, no? It's kind of a nonsense angle.
In a sense of like, should be higher?
Yes. Deva Jayo Jayo Gora Chandir Harati Koshoba
Jayo Jayo Gora Chandir Harati Koshoba
Janavi Tatavani Jagamana Loba Takineni Taichan Bamegadara
Takineni Taichan Bamegadara Nikadeyan Dvaitashini Vatsachatradhara Vasi Achingonachant Ratna Simha Sane Anajay, take the mic. Arati Korena Brahma Hari Deva Gane Arena Brahma Hari Deva Gane Hari Hari Kori Chamara Dulaya Hari Hari Kori
ganda baje, baje karatala.
Shangha baje ganda baje, baje karatala.
Madhura mridanga baje, paramarasala.
Madhura mridanga baje, paramarasala.
Shankha baje, ganda baje, madhur 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 baje.
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 Madhur 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 baje.
Madhur 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 baje.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Hey Baba ho kati chandragini varana ujwala.
Hey Baba ho kati chandra dini vadana ujvala.
Mala rishi manamala Purinjala mala.
Bala deshe madamala, Kore jalamala.
Shiva Shuka Narada Remagarangada.
Shiva Shuka Narada, Premagaragara.
Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gorara Sambhara.
Bhakti Vinoda Deke Gaurara Sambhara.
Deva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Arati Goshoba.
Deva Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Rati Goshoba.
Janavi Tatavani Jagamana Loba.
Nanavi Tatavane Jagamandaloba.
Orangia Ruti Shoba Jagajana Manaloba.
Gaurangera rote shoba, jaga jana manaloba.
Gorangia Ruti Shoba Jagajana Manaloba.
Gaurangera rote shoba, jaga jana manaloba.
Gorangia Ruti Shoba Jagajana Manaloba.
Gaurangera rote shoba, jaga jana manaloba.
Jagajana Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutali Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Prabhupada
Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunavari Vasatya Vishutarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasatya Vishutarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Prabhupada
Gauravani Pracharini
Prabhupada
Nirvishesha Shunavari
Prabhupada
Vasatya Vishutarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Prabhupada
Gauravani
Pracharini
Nirvishesha
Shunavari
Vasatya
Vishutarine Namaste Saraswati Devi
Prabhupada
Gauravani Pracharini
Prabhupada
Nirvishesha Shunavari
Prabhupada
Vasatya Vishutarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasatya Vishutarine
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga.
Jai Gauranga,
Hare 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 Hare, Jai Gauranga.
Jai Gauranga,
Hare 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 Hare, Jai Gauranga.
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga.
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga.
Jaya Sachidananda, Gaurare,
Jai Sachidananda, Gaura Hare.
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 Gaura, Gaura, Gaurare,
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaurare,
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare.
Jaya Sachidananda, Gaurare,
Jai Sachidananda, 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 Gaura Hare.
Jaya Srila Prabhupada ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! Nitai Guru Premanandi! Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Hasatura Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai! Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Hasatura Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Kuri Vaishnava ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem Sakoshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Mathura Dham ki Jai. Navadi Dham ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Ganga Mai ki Jai. Yamuna Mai ki Jai. Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavan ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the Assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Namo Mishta Paraya Krishna Vastaya Bhurtari Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Guru Mani Manacharina Nirvishesha Shunavari Paschartrishta. I'm seeing him.
I can get the lyrics.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Srinivadi Parshata Deshatarine.
If it's working, it's on.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha
Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Sutaraswata Shri Shimaras Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Sutaraswata Shri Shimaras Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anant Kuri Vaishnavani Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Pramsakoshi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Binda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shriman Naman Dam Ki Jai. Mathura Dam Ki Jai. Navadi Dam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dam Ki Jai. Gangamai Ki Jai. Yamunamai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktavand Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. Oh glories to the Assembly devotees. Hare Krishna. Oh glories to the Assembly devotees. Hare Krishna. Oh glories to the Assembly devotees. Hare Krishna. Oh glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Oh glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Mishta Parai Krishna Vastai Bhutari. Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Manacharina Nirvishesha Shunamari Bhaschartrishtari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 8, text 9. Kavim Purana Manusha Sitaram Anoranisya Aniyam Sham Anusmaridya Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat Kavim, one who knows everything. Puranam, the oldest. Anusha Shitaram, the controller. Anoho, of the atom. Aniyam Sham, smaller than. Anusmaret, always thinking. Ya, one who. Sarvasya, of everything. Dataram, maintainer. Achintya, inconceivable. Rupam, form. Aditya Varnam, illuminated like the sun. Tamasa, of the darkness. Parastat, transcendental. Translation. One should meditate upon the Supreme Person as the one who knows everything, as He who is the oldest, who is the controller, who is smaller than the smallest, who is the maintainer of everything, who is beyond all material conception, who is inconceivable, and who is always a person. He is luminous like the sun, and being transcendental is beyond this material nature. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The process of thinking of the Supreme is mentioned in this verse. The foremost point is that He is not impersonal or void. One cannot meditate on something impersonal or void. That is very difficult. The process of thinking of Krishna, however, is very easy and is factually stated herein. First of all, He is Purusha, spiritual, Rama and Krishna, and is described herein as Kavim. That is, He knows past, present, and future, and therefore knows everything. He is the oldest personality because He is the origin of everything. Everything is born out of Him. He is also the supreme controller of the universe, maintainer and instructor of humanity. He is smaller than the smallest. The living entity is 1/10,000th part of the tip of a hair, but the Lord is so inconceivably small that He enters into the heart of this particle. Therefore, He is called smaller than the smallest. As the Supreme, He can enter into the atom and into the heart of the smallest and control him as the Supersoul. Although so small, He is still all-pervading and is maintaining everything. By Him, all these planetary systems are sustained. We often wonder how these big planets are floating in the air. It is stated here that the Supreme Lord, by His inconceivable energy, is sustaining all these big planets and systems of galaxies. The word achintya, inconceivable, is very significant in this connection. God's energy is beyond our conception, beyond our thinking jurisdiction, and is therefore called inconceivable, achintya. Who can argue this point? He pervades this material world and yet is beyond it. We cannot even comprehend this material world, which is insignificant compared to the spiritual world. So how can we comprehend what is beyond? Achintya means that which is beyond this material world, that which our argument, logic, and philosophical speculation cannot touch, that which is inconceivable. Therefore, intelligent persons, avoiding useless argument and speculation, should accept what is stated in scriptures like the Vedas, Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam, and follow the principles they set down. This will lead one to understanding. Om Agyan Tininandasya Jnana Shalakayam Chakshunan Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurube Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of spiritual knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai. So, here the process of thinking of the Supreme is delineated. People, they don't understand how to think of God. They don't want to think of God. They don't want to love God. They want to avoid as much as possible. Namam dushkutina mudha prapadyante naradama maya pratagyana asuram bhavim ashritam. Krishna says that all these non-devotees, they can be classified into 4 groups. 4 groups of dushkatinas. Dushkatina means a person who has a merit to do something, but he spoils it. Dushkatina. So there are mudhas, donkeys, they work very hard, they don't have time to chant Hare Krishna. Naradamas, lowest of the mankind, they are not using the human form for spiritual cultivation. They use it for animalistic propensities, how to expand animalism. Maya pratagyanas, if they have some knowledge, that knowledge is stolen by Maya. Someone has a propensity for intellectual work, for studying, but what is he studying? How to construct atomic bomb, how to study sex life. All these animalistic propensities. Atomic bomb means fighting, like animals are fighting. Dogs are fighting in the streets for a bone. Sex life also, all this relationships, family affairs, romance, there's all mating, all related to mating. And eating and sleeping, that goes without saying. Everybody is talking about these things. So if one does not utilize the human form of life for Krishna consciousness, then he can be categorized into these 4 groups. I do not say this. Krishna says. This is the verdict of Krishna. If you have a problem with it, if you think, oh, this is too fanatical, then you have to talk to Krishna. He is the supreme fanatical personality of Godhead. So, mudas, naradamas, maya pratagyanas, and asuras. Asura means someone who is atheistic. There are people, you tell them about Krishna, immediately becomes agitated. Oh, don't talk about this nonsense, Krishna. Don't talk about God. I want to enjoy. What are you nonsense speaking? This is all fairy tales. They become agitated. They cannot tolerate even to hear the name of God. So this is very unfortunate. Why? Because this human form of life is a university. We're going through our lessons. This is the university of life. And at the end of that university, there's a final exam. Death. Everybody has to die. We're born, we're young, the body is fresh, but ultimately it will dwindle and it will die. This is the harsh reality of material existence. Nobody talks about this. Nobody cares. The society of madmen. They're running after profit, adoration, women, so many things. Lord Chaitanya says, I don't want any of these things. Nadhanam, najanam, nashundarim, kavitam, jagarish kamaye. Mama janmani, janmanishware, bhavatar bhakti raituki. He doesn't want even liberation. Moksha is also another form of sense gratification. This is the sense gratification of denial. When the living entity becomes oversaturated with sense gratification. Because there is a saturation point. How much sex life you can enjoy. How much money you can enjoy. Bill Gates, he has so many billions. Can he eat 1 billion chapatis? He can only eat how much his stomach can digest. How much traveling can he do? Sometimes people, they spend money by traveling. So how much traveling he can do? Even this earth is limited. So, and he becomes tired. Oh, so much I have to see. So body is a limitation. You cannot enjoy so much. So there's a saturation point. So then instead of surrendering to Krishna, which is the real pleasure, unlimited pleasure, if you want to expand your pleasure, become Krishna conscious. But instead of doing that, he is seeking moksha, liberation, neti philosophy. Not this, not this. This is a definition by denial. Definition of the Supreme by denial. Just like I can take this phone and I can say, this is not a chair. This is not a curtain. This is not a carpet. So all of that, I'm speaking the truth. That is right. But what it is, I'm not saying. In order to define a phenomenon, one must also give positive attributes, positive description. This is a machine that allows me to call anyone and everyone in the world and allows me to make a live stream so my friends, they can see me in Japan, in so many different countries. So, and it's called phone, iPhone. So that is a positive description. So they don't want the positive description. They think everything positive must be material. So I will deny it and I will merge with the Absolute and finish my individual existence. These are the Mayavadis. Tyagis, Mayavadis, impersonalists. Two sides of the same coin. First, he enjoying like a pig in the material consciousness. Then when he gets saturated, he becomes great so-called ascetic. Oh, now I deny. Now no more form. No more food. No more relationship. No more. Neti. So he becomes tired of that also. And then again, he descends to the material sense gratification again. Must. Because that is the nature of spirit soul. Just like Krishna is pleasure seeking, we are also, the soul is pleasure seeking. We want happiness, we want pleasure, we want nice entertainment. We want that. The soul wants that, not the body. The body is insentient. Don't think that the body has created all sinful desires. No. It is simply misunderstanding. We're seeking eternal pleasure in the temporary material existence. This is the problem. So we need this positive information about the Supreme, about the Absolute Truth. Otherwise we cannot stick We have this propensity to acquire knowledge. Besides happiness, ananda, the soul is constitutionally full of chit. Chit means consciousness or also knowledge. Sat, chit, ananda. Sat means eternity, chit means knowledge, and ananda means?
Bliss.
Bliss, London, yes. So we want all these attributes. We want to revive them. We want to work with them. The sat aspect is manifested when someone dies. Someone close, someone you love very much. So when that person dies, the sat feature comes out. Why he died? I wanted him to live for eternity. We have that propensity for eternity. Otherwise, why is death such a big problem? See, if we're not intrinsically eternal, we wouldn't even care. Oh, he's dead. Okay, whatever. Let's go on. But why you cry? Why death is such a unnatural phenomenon? Why is it such a horrifying experience? Because I am eternal. I am eternal, you are eternal, everyone is eternal. Krishna is eternal. Nityo nityanam. Chaitanas chaitananam. So, that is eternity. But also knowledge, chit, we also need knowledge. If you do not know what is the form of the Absolute, then you cannot be satisfied. You cannot be. Sometimes you have the experience that, some people, your friends, they get to know some news. And they are exclaiming, oh, this happened. But you do not know what happened. You came late to the room, into the room. So you're inquiring, what happened? And they don't want to tell you. They're so excited, they're not telling you. So your eagerness to know the information is increasing more and more and more and more and more and more. You want to know, you're desperate. Tell me, what happened? I want to know. Right? So that is also propensity of the pure spirit soul. I want to know. I want knowledge. I don't want to remain ignorant. That is why people reading newspapers. That is why they're scrolling day and night, looking for knowledge, information. How to do this, how to do that, what happened to this person, how to avoid suffering, how to get more pleasure. Scrolling, until one day you bump into Bliss London Livestream. And then you get real knowledge. Because here we're discussing books of a real Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So he's giving real knowledge. Positive knowledge about God. So here is the positive knowledge. Krishna is one who knows everything. Although you have the propensity to know, I want to know, you will never know everything because you're tiny. You cannot fill up your soul with all knowledge. But Krishna can do that. Krishna is the supreme soul. Krishna is also you. You are not Krishna, but Krishna is you. How? Because you are his parts and parcel. Just like my finger. I can say my finger is also my body. Right? It's also my body. It's part of my body. But if I chop off my finger and throw it on the floor, is that my body? That's not my body. That's my finger. Separated finger. So similarly, so long you're cooperating with Krishna, like the finger is cooperating with the hands, then Krishna is also you. Krishna is acting through you. And Krishna knows through you also. But when you become separated, when you refuse, no, I will not serve Krishna. I have my own life. I have my own project. Then you're like a separated finger. Then you're disconnected. Then you cannot understand anything. So we can get certain knowledge to understand our relationship with Krishna. That knowledge we need to get. But we cannot have all knowledge. See, just like the finger is not conscious. It's only conscious here. But it's not conscious here, not conscious here, not conscious here, right? It doesn't feel. The finger only feels here. But I can feel all over the body. So similarly, because Krishna is all pervasive, He can understand everything, what is going on. He's present in every single atom, simultaneously. Just like a boss of a big company, Mr. Gates, right? Mr. Gates is present because everybody is using, most of the people are using Microsoft Windows. So Mr. Gates is present in every home through his company Microsoft Windows, right? But at the same time, the person of Gates is in Seattle, living in a big house. So through his representatives who serve the company Microsoft, he knows everything, what is going on. They tell him, they report to him. But he is not personally present. So in the same way, you can understand that Krishna is present, all pervasive, everywhere. He is aware of everything. At the same time, he is separated. He lives in the spiritual world. Krishna Loka, the planet of Krishna. So, in this way, when we acquire knowledge from Krishna, then we get perfect knowledge. Because Krishna has perfect knowledge about material affairs, about spiritual affairs, everything. He knows everything, what is going on in this material world. Srila Prabhupada says here that we can't even understand this material universe. And this material universe is very insignificant part of the whole creation of Krishna. When Vasudeva Datta, a great devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he asked him, Lord, please, you put all the karma of all living entities in this universe on my head, and I will go to hell to suffer for all of them. I let them all go back home, back to Godhead. This is how devotees are thinking. Sacrifice everything for others, and let me suffer hellish punishments. This is a devotee, a real devotee, Vasudeva Datta. You cannot compare such level of humility with anyone in this world. But Lord Chaitanya, he said, what is the use? Even if you liberate this whole universe, this universe is simply like a small mustard seed. Have you seen mustard seed before? Mustard seed is very tiny. It's like a poppy seed. So this universe is like a small mustard seed in a bag of mustard seeds. There's so many other universes. You see, and we don't even understand this mustard seed of like universe. They're sending all kinds of Sputniks out, Mars and Elon Musk and whatever. If you want to believe that, then you can believe. But they cannot reach the limit of this universe. So how you want to know God? That bag of mustard seeds, this whole material manifestation, multiverse, all the various universes. This is an insignificant, tiny little fragment floating in the unlimited spiritual sky, Paravyom. The spiritual world is just floating there. This material the material creation. So, and you want to understand God? Yes, there is a way how to understand God. From God. You understand from God. Just like if I want to know Mo, right? If I want to know Mo, I can speculate. I can guess. Oh, he looks like this. He has mustache. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe he is from Italian mafia. So I can speculate whatever nonsense with my imperfect mind. And I can ask someone who doesn't know him, and he will again speculate some nonsense. But if I go and I meet him directly, and I say, Mr. Mo, do you belong to Italian mafia? And he said, are you crazy? Of course not. Then I have perfect information. See? Direct. Go directly to the source. Why are you depending on so many authorities? Go directly to the supreme authority. People are very much against this. Oh, you're just following blindly. You're just following blindly. Every time we distribute books, not every time, but sometimes we meet people on book distribution in the streets, and they go through the book, and then they say, it's okay, I will buy it later. I have to check on Wikipedia. Hare Krishna. I'm going to check on Wikipedia, and if Wikipedia allows, then I will buy this book. See, so he's thinking that I am very open-minded. I will not join this cult, Krishna cult. Oh, these are cultists. They brainwashing, they mind controlling. Oh, I am very scared. I will not do it. I am very independent. But that fool does not understand that he has accepted Wikipedia as his guru. And he's not even questioning. He's going blindly. Whatever Wikipedia says, I will accept it. You see, so if you want to know God, the Wikipedia is not, that's not the authority. God is the authority because He's all-knowing. No one can understand God. Krishna says that even the demigods and great sages, they cannot understand me. Only a devotee, just like Arjuna. Arjuna, Krishna says, because you are my dear friend and my eternal associate, and you are a devotee. That is why I explained the science of Bhagavad Gita to you. The science of Bhagavad Gita means science of God. Bhagavad means God. So we're following this process of Avaroha Panta. Avaroha Panta means descending process of acquiring knowledge. The knowledge descends from the perfect source through the disciplic succession from Krishna. It is passed down through the chain of spiritual masters, and we receive the knowledge in this way, through submission, not by challenge. You cannot challenge the spiritual master. The knowledge descends from one guru to another guru, to another guru, to another guru. So now it is given to you. Now if you are challenging, oh, where did you get that information? How do I know that it is truth? Then you cannot challenge because you do not know. Just like if you were in a forest and you lost your way, you got lost and it's dark. So you're searching, how do I escape from this forest? How do I get back home? And you're searching, and you cannot. So then all of a sudden you meet Mr. Taiga is taking a japa walk there. So you meet Mr. Taiga, and naturally you ask him, oh, do you know how to get out of here? So Taiga, he says, yes, you go that way, and then you turn left, and then you out. So now if I say, but what if you're lying to me? Then I'm a fool number one. See? Because I don't understand the position I'm in. I'm lost in a forest. If we don't find a way out, I'm going to die there. There's no food, nothing. I'm going to die there. So it is not the time to now challenge. You must make an experiment. Yes, Taiga might be a liar. No. There are many liars in this world. But you have no other option. You must take the chance. Similarly with the spiritual master, you cannot verify whether he's perfect or not. To a certain point, yes, you can verify the spiritual master. At least that little qualification he should have, that he repeats only what Krishna says, not like Gandhi and all these nonsense, misinterpreting the words of the Bhagavad Gita. At least that qualification. But ultimately, you cannot know perfectly. So you must surrender. You must hear. You must submit. You must follow the process it gives you. Then when you become perfect, then you will see, yes, everything. Then you have direct perception of Krishna. And you realize it, everything was right. This is natural. This is the process of learning. Even if a child goes to school, he's learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G. He cannot verify whether A is A, whether B is B, whether C is C. The teacher also might confuse him completely. Tell him that A is Z and B is... You see my point. But he has no other option. He has to put his faith in the teacher. And that's how he learns. Then when he knows the alphabet, he learns how to write everything. He becomes a free person. Knowledge should free you from suffering. So that should be the attitude. We should have this attitude. I'm suffering in this material world. I need to accept an authority. I need to do that. It is not optional. It is not a hobby. I can accept Guru or I cannot accept Guru. I will see. I will make it a hobby or not. Don't play like this. Tad vijnanatam saguru meva bigachet. In the Upanishad it is said that this word eva bigachet means that he must. It's obligatory. If you want to understand Krishna, you must accept a bona fide Guru. So, Krishna is the supreme Guru. Why not accept Krishna as your Guru and understand about himself from him? So he knows everything. He is the oldest, naturally. Actually, he is eternal. Krishna is eternal. But he is the source of all population, so he is the oldest. He is the controller. You are not the controller. The scientists, they're trying to control the resources of material nature, energy. They're playing with the energy. But ultimately, Krishna comes as death. You can make so many things, so many inventions. Just like Steve Jobs, he invented such a wonderful device. But this iPhone could not help him. When death came, when cancer came, all he could do is, wave, a nice selfie, bye-bye. That was it. So who is the controller? Are you the controller? Yes, to a certain extent. But Krishna is the supreme controller. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchitananda Vigraha, Anadiradit Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Lord Brahma says, those who do not believe that Krishna is the supreme, there was some discussion lately. Brahma, Mahesh, and Vishnu, who is the supreme? Brahma says himself, Ishvara Parama Krishna. There are many controllers. Ishvara means controller. But Krishna is the Parama Ishvara. Ishvara Parama. Parama means supreme, just like paranormal, above normal. That's the same from Sanskrit. So he is the supreme controller. He is smaller than the smallest. As Srila Prabhupada explains here, that the spirit soul, this is also mentioned in the Upanishad, the size of the spirit soul. If you take a hair, you pluck out the hair, then you cut the tip, and then you cut the tip into 100 parts. That is impossible to do, but maybe with some powerful microscope, you cut it in 100 parts. And then you take one of these parts, and again you separate it into 100 parts. That is the size of the spirit soul. It resides here in the heart region. You cannot see it because it's transcendental, spiritual, but that is the size of the spirit soul. So imagine, Krishna is so small, he can become so small if he wants, that he enters into the heart, into the center of that particle of spirit soul. Krishna is not stereotyped that he is simply greatest. People say God is great. Allahu Akbar. So that is true, yes. God is the greatest. He manifested all these universes. He has a universal body. Krishna will manifest later on in the Bhagavad Gita, the universal form. And the description of that form is that as though 1,000 suns rose in the sky. Can you imagine 1,000 stars rise in the sky? We all get burnt. But that was the powerful manifestation of Krishna's universal form. So he's certainly the greatest. But at the same time, he can become the smallest of the smallest. That is God. See, God is great and God is the smallest. He is omnipowerful, omni-opulent. He is the maintainer of everything. See, without rain you die. You can have so many, how do you call them? When they add these chemicals to the ground so the vegetables grow. Fertilizer. You can have so many fertilizers, but if Krishna doesn't send rain, you die. You're dead, finished. So we're so much dependent on Krishna. Although we think we're very puffed up. Well, now we have science. It can save us from death, science. No. To a certain extent, you can tweak the laws of material nature a little bit. But if you have no rain, you die. So Krishna is the supreme maintainer. That is why we should do yajna. That is why we go out and we chant every Saturday in the street. This is yajna. We're giving praise to Krishna. Oh, you are maintaining us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is also. We're glorifying Krishna not for nothing. We're glorifying Him because He is the supreme maintainer. And because we do that, Krishna is supplying all the necessities. Just like you see here, devotees. They're maintained so nicely. People are curious. Where do you get your money? How come you're not working? What is this? Simply chanting in these robes, shaven heads with funny ponytail? How is this possible? How can you maintain here in one of the most expensive cities in London? The Krishna supplies. I have been living like this for the last almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. I didn't get a job. I never had a job. No job, nothing. And Krishna supplied me because I'm always doing this yajna. Somehow or other, I might not be perfect in my Krishna consciousness, but I am doing this yajna. You also doing your yajna when you chant on the beach, that is also yajna. So all the devotees, anyone who grabs the beads or anyone who chants Hare Krishna, all the others, non-devotees, they should kiss his feet. Thank you so much. I am so ungrateful, I'm just taking, eating, drinking, so many things, exploiting the energy of Krishna. And I'm giving nothing. When Krishna comes, please chant Hare Krishna, I do like this. That is my attitude. So the devotees, they're giving thanks on behalf of the whole world. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you. You're so kind. Oh, my brothers here, they're forgetful. They're crazy. What can be done? But I will praise you, Krishna. So He is the supreme maintainer. He is beyond all material conception, inconceivable. Srila Jiva Goswami, one of the greatest scholars in the history, he says that unless you accept this inconceivable nature of God, you cannot understand God. If you try to adjust God to your crooked, limited material ideas, you will become a failure. You become confused. How is it possible? Krishna is 5 years old and he lifts Govardhan hill on his tiny little finger. When I was 5 years old, I could not do that. So that is made up. Frog in a well. You know this example? Frog in a well. Yes, you know this example. Can anyone explain to Junior? You know this? Frog in a well.
I remember Dhananjay was explaining to me.
You remember that?
The frog scientist.
They give him a mic.
Oh no, don't test me.
Wait.
So the frog lives his whole life in the well. So everything that's in his experience is only within the well. So he cannot even conceive of what is outside, basically.
Yes, and another frog comes in.
Oh, for real?
Yes. He has seen the ocean. And he comes to tell him, there's ocean outside of the well. So the old frog is like, how big is the ocean? Is it 2 times bigger than my well? And the young frog is laughing. No, way much bigger. 3 times? Way bigger. 4 times? Way bigger. 5 times? Way bigger. Oh, I don't believe. It cannot be bigger than 5 times. This is impossible. You see, this is how we're trying to understand God, through our speculation. There's Aroha Panta, there's Avaroha Panta, and then there's Aroha Panta. The process of research, ascending process, speculating, guesswork. Oh, maybe God is like this, maybe God is like that. Even this impersonal idea is materialistic. Because here you see material nature is limited. So then by deduction, you conclude that God must be unlimited and He doesn't have any form. Because our form is limiting us, right? When you wake up in the morning, how the body is aching. Ugh! Right? So you feel, oh, this body is an impediment. If I didn't have a body, oh, that would be nice. So we're thinking in these material, crooked ideas. We think of God like that. So God is a form. That is the last description. He's always a person. He's luminous like the sun, transcendental beyond this material nature, but always a person. You cannot meditate on the impersonal. That is not possible. This actually, I have to say from my personal experience, this argument convinced me about Krishna consciousness. When I read this portion of the Bhagavad Gita, where Srila Prabhupada says that you cannot meditate on anything impersonal. It makes complete sense. All these people, then, making show, I'm meditating. Om. And what are you thinking? I'm thinking of nothing. Simply cheating. You cannot think of nothing. The function of the mind is to get always attached to some subject matter. So if it's not Krishna, it will be some woman. It will be some money. It will be some, desire for power. You must be thinking of something. So Krishna is a person. It's easy to think of a person. Just like when you're in love. You're thinking of a person, right? Thinking of that person's face, of qualities, voice, words, so many things. So in the same way, Krishna conscious devotee is meditating on a person. Krishna is a person. And that is why he is the greatest meditator, because no one can deviate him from that thought. When he falls in love with Krishna, no one can deviate him from that thought. It is natural. Same thing, when a young boy, young girl, when they're in love, they're always thinking. They have to do the opposite. Oh, again I'm thinking of that girl. Oh, I must do my studies. And then he's reading a book, and again the thought comes. Oh, again I'm thinking. Right? So a devotee is like that. He doesn't have to artificially so-called meditate. The thought is there because he loves Krishna. So this is what we're learning here in this temple. How to love Krishna. How to offer him nice foodstuffs, nice prasadam that everybody's going to enjoy in 5 minutes from now on. How to dance for Krishna. So Krishna has some nice entertainment in the evening. When we chant for Krishna there, you should just think of how to please Krishna. We're dancing for Krishna. We're not dancing to impress other devotees or, to do some physical exercise for health. We're dancing for Krishna. Krishna is actually there. He's having a good time. Wonderful. My devotees are chanting. He's very happy. So in this way, we slowly learn, I love Krishna. Krishna is so nice. When you read about Krishna's pastimes, this Krishna book, if you have the opportunity, read this Krishna book. It is so sweet, so nice. You get to know about God, how He is like, what does He do, how He's interacting with His friends, what are His qualities, how He's cracking jokes. This is how you fall in love, by knowing positive information about God. If you just say, oh, there's God. Who is God? There's just God. Shut up. Don't inquire. Now, how can you love such a person? Okay, so I'll stop here. Are there any questions?
Yes.
First of all, the boys. You have any question? Yes, Junior has a question.
Yeah, I can't remember where I heard this, but I heard that there was something going wrong in the world, and Krishna came down. So what was he before? Was he? Because he became a person, no?
Mm-hmm. It's just like a president or prime minister who goes into the jail. He's in the jail, but he's not in jail because he committed some crime. See, so there are prisoners who are locked in jail because they have committed crimes. Mm-hmm. But he comes to the jail to speak to the prisoners. Behave nicely. You know, rectify your ways. Reform your character. You know, and then he, like, maybe some of them are very obedient, so he gives them special amnesty. He releases them from prison. Mm-hmm. That is the nature of Krishna, of God, and also his pure representatives, pure devotees. They come here, and they also not subjected by the laws of material nature. They have not committed any crime. Their only purpose to come here is to liberate the living entities. So Krishna is eternally there, and he comes in the scheduled times to rectify dharma, rectify religion.
So where did he come from?
From the spiritual world.
So in the spiritual world, was he a person as well?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Just like in the Bible, it is said that man is created in God's image. So what we see here is the reflection of God's kingdom. In God's kingdom, the body is eternal. Everyone is eternal. There's no death. But here, we also have a body, but is subjected to death. That is the difference. It's like a shadow. It's not the real body we can enjoy in. It's just like a, you know, like when I do like this, you see the shadow. Uh-huh. It looks like my hand, uh-huh, and does the same thing, but it's not my hand. Uh-huh. If you want to shake the hand of the shadow, then you'll be frustrated. Uh-huh. So in the same way, we try to enjoy the body here, but we're becoming frustrated. So we should not do that. We should turn our face to God, serve God, love God, and go back to God. That is why God comes here, to bring us back.
Okay.
Okay?
So wherever he came from, would you say that's heaven? What they call heaven in
Yes.
Christianity?
Yes.
Okay.
Kingdom of God.
Okay.
Because heaven, that also, there are higher planets than here. Mm-hmm. And that is also within the material world. If someone is pious, if someone is good, he goes to the higher planets to enjoy, but then he has to come back. That is not the kingdom of God. In the kingdom of God, to be good is not enough. You must love God. Mm-hmm. Someone might be good, just like there are many people who are atheistic. They're good. They do charity, but they're atheists. Mm-hmm. So they get their good karma back, you know, for being good. But then when it's exhausted, then they have to again come here. Mm. So one who is pure in his love, he only loves God. He doesn't have any desire besides loving God. He goes to the supreme, you can say supreme heaven, the kingdom of God. And there he resides eternally with God. Okay, that is called Goloka, Goloka Vrindavan.
So where's hell?
Hell is, that is the opposite direction. That is where the sinners go, those who are sinful, those who do bad things.
So is that in the spiritual world as well?
No.
So where's that?
No, that is lower planets.
Oh, okay. So hell is the lower planets.
Yes.
Okay, so
you don't want to go there.
Okay, so why is heaven in another, in the spiritual world, but hell is in the material world?
Well, that is the definition of the material world. It is hell. Even here it's hell.
Even here, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to suffer cancer, old age, knife crime, someone stabs you. This is hell also. Why is it hell? Because nobody is thinking of God. That is why it's hell. Nobody cares for God. Krishna, the word Krishna means reservoir of all pleasure. God must be the reservoir of all pleasure. So if you live godlessly, you live without the reservoir of all pleasure.
But
That is hell.
isn't everyone thinking of God? Isn't everyone thinking of God? There's so many religions now,
Yes?
and they're not thinking of God.
Well, religion means to know God. Religion is not a belief. Belief is good, but the real religion means to know God. If you don't know God, you cannot love God. You can believe in God, but you cannot love God. Like, for example, again, you love some girl, and she wants to have a relationship with you. So she expects something from you. That you buy her some flowers, you buy her some jewelry or some clothes, or take her on a date or like that, right? She's expecting. Now, if you do not do anything, and she's wondering, where is Junior? So she calls you, Junior, what is going on? Why are you not here? And you say, well, I believe in your existence. That's all. I'm satisfied with this. That's not enough. It's good. At least you believe in existence. That's nice. It doesn't create a relationship. The relationship must increase. So for that you need this information about God, about Krishna, who He is. So that is explained in the Vedic literatures. And even Lord Jesus says, there are many things I want to tell you, your ears are not ready to bear it. So He's giving a hint. There's more information about God, but you're not ready yet. Okay? So any other questions? Okay, all right, yes? Very persistent, so your persistence must be rewarded by attention.
All right, Tejas, your question, he's wondering, how can I restrain my senses if I'm not able to get fixed in perfect Krishna consciousness?
Well, you cannot. You cannot. The senses are meant to enjoy Krishna. Your senses are meant to enjoy Krishna. They're meant to be plugged into Krishna consciousness. That is the real purpose of the senses. So if you want anything besides, you can artificially restrain the senses, but it will not solve your problem. So just continue your Krishna consciousness. It might not be perfect, but continue. In the beginning we are engaging our senses partially. Like we're partially attentive to the holy name when we chant, or we taking prasadam. Sometimes we take prasadam, sometimes we take regular food. So don't give up, just go on, go on, go on. Srila Prabhupada says that it's like a tug of war. Tug of war, when you pull the rope, you're playing tug of war with Maya. So one time you pull, then the Maya pulls you. Then you pull, and then Maya pulls like that. You have to fight. But if you go on fighting, ultimately you will win this tug of war. Krishna will help you. So you just have to continue. Don't give up. That's all. Okay, any question? Other question?
Thank you for the class. So does Krishna ever explain what life is like in Goloka Vrindavana?
Yes.
Where does He explain that?
In the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna comes here and He gives a little sample of what is it like. Vrindavan in India, the city of Vrindavan, Krishna manifested this plot of land, and he came there to manifest, to give a little bit of, to give a little sample of what is it like in the original Goloka Vrindavan.
Oh, okay.
So when he manifested his pastimes, he's showing us what is the atmosphere in the spiritual world. So that has been all described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, which Srila Prabhupada published as the Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna
Who wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam again?
Srila Vyasadeva.
Vyasadeva, okay.
Yeah.
And
That is the ripened fruit of all Vedic knowledge. The sum and substance of all Vedas, Srimad Bhagavatam.
okay, thank you.
If you study this book, you will get a very clear idea what is it like in the spiritual world.
And does Srila Prabhupada have any like memories of what it was like back in like, the spiritual world?
Srila Prabhupada does not reveal such confidential knowledge because we will take it very cheaply. But you have to understand from the Shastra.
Why does he not reveal that knowledge?
He reveals through his books.
Oh,
But you see, a pure devotee, he does not say he is a pure devotee. He acts like an ordinary person, just to teach us how to act. See, if he speaks like that, oh, when I was with Krishna, when we were going there, then we will imitate and we'll take Krishna consciousness cheaply. So this is confidential knowledge. You cannot immediately understand everything. Just like, PhD. If you're learning A, B, C, D, the tiny little student in a first grade, you cannot understand about the PhD subject matter that is taught in the university. First of all, you have to do your A, B, C, D or your exams gradually, and then it will be revealed. But Krishna book explains. If you read the Krishna book, all the information is there. So you will not be bereft of this information.
okay, thank you.
Realization of these topics, that's a different subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
For that you need to purify your heart to realize, But the information is there.
And that can take a whole lifetime, right?
It can take a whole lifetime or it can take 5 seconds. That depends on you. How much you are serious about Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. I hope to get it in this lifetime.
Jai, very good, very good. That should be the determination in this lifetime. Why wait more? Why take another birth? Why go to the womb of another mother? Why learn A, B, C, D, all this again? Let me do it. Let me finish the job immediately. Any other question?
Yes, there are a few questions here already.
Okay.
So, Tejas on TikTok is wondering again, why I am not overwhelmed in contentment of whatever I have.
Because you cannot control your senses. There was a great demon, Hiranyakashipu. He developed such mystic powers that he was controlling the whole universe. That is possible. Through renunciation, through austerities, you can develop such power that you become the controller of the whole universe. But still, he was not happy. Why? Because he could not control his senses. So as I said before, you control your senses by engaging them in Krishna conscious devotional service. Engage your ears in hearing the holy name. Engage your tongue in chanting the holy name. Engage your touch in touching the beads. Like that. Slowly, slowly you will purify all your senses. Next.
Next, Jugal Krishnadas is wondering, why is Krishna all attractive?
There is no reason. He just is. The real question is, although he is all attractive, why are you not getting attracted? That is the question you should be asking. Why is Krishna all attractive? Why not? Why he shouldn't be? He's God, of course. Of course he's all attractive. Someone must be all attractive. Just like you see beautiful girl, she is very attractive. But then, some other girl might be more attractive. And then you go attractive, attractive, attractive. Ultimately, you come to the most attractive, that is Krishna. There must be. Otherwise, why are you attracted in the first place to that girl? You have attraction for attraction. So that is the proof that there must be supreme attraction. Because you always have this propensity to seek the higher and higher attraction. Next.
Lina Mataji is asking, are we ready to hear in these times?
Well, depends on you. Some are ready to hear, just like you coming to the stream, but many others are not coming. Many are leaving. Oh, why should I hear this nonsense about Krishna? Oh, let me hear about Kenya West. What is his name? Kanye.
There's another one.
Yes.
Shamdai Mataji is wondering, even though some people hear about Krishna and read his pastimes, they still have no love for him. Why is that, and how else can love be cultivated?
Because they don't accept a bona fide spiritual master. Krishna is revealed by the spiritual master. So they're simply licking the outside of the bottle of honey. In order to open the jar of honey, you must accept the Guru. So Srila Prabhupada is here. He is a bona fide Guru. But not everybody can accept him because he has some serious instructions. Next.
Wayne Sentleben.
Wayne, yes.
He's wondering, he says he finds it hard to chant 16 rounds. How to do them nicely?
Okay, that's fine. You just pick a number of your liking. First you start with, you cannot do 16, do 8. But do them every day. Regularity is more important than the number. Regularity, just like you're brushing your teeth every day. Similarly, you should brush your heart with the holy name every day. And then slowly you build up to 16. Start slowly and then you increase. Yes?
Pro Popeye Arm Wrestling Club has been very nicely contributing on YouTube. Many nice comments.
Thank you.
He's wondering, do I have to fight against Maya and her warriors?
Oh yes. You must do it. You must fight. Just like the mind. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says that you should beat the mind with a shoe in the morning, and in the evening you should beat the mind with a broomstick, because the mind is so obstinate, so rascal, that if you don't fight, it will take over your existence. So Maya is hiding in your mind. Therefore, we should always absorb our mind in the thoughts of Krishna.
There's one last question here, it seems, on TikTok.
Okay.
Tejas, very nice. Thank you for your question. He's saying, wondering, why do I see faults in others?
Well, that is one of the anarthas we all have. Conditioned souls, we have all this. Because if you find fault in others, somehow you can justify your own faults. You know, there is this nice story that the sieve, the kitchen sieve, is laughing at the needle. You have a hole, ha ha ha. But that foolish person, sieve, doesn't understand that he's full of holes. He's laughing. You have a hole, but he's full of holes. So this is why we fault find. So we don't have to look for our own faults. We can get distracted from our own faults. So if you are sincere, then look at the faults in you. Why you cannot control your senses? Look at that. Criticize yourself and criticize constructively in such a way that you can rectify your faults and advance in Krishna consciousness. All right.
There's more, if you like.
Okay, well, the boys are hungry. Okay, one last.
All right. But Pro Popeye is just wondering, well, this one is kind of self-explanatory. He's wondering if you are accepting students, but we're your students. So I think that's quite self-explanatory. But then
I am a fool, number one. So the only guru is Srila Prabhupada. Students, you can say students, I don't know. I consider all the devotees to be disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Okay?
And he's wondering, how can he beat his mind?
Chant Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna.
Krantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Hari 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 Bo. Namo Mishta Paraya Krishna Versaya Bhutari Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Samarina Namare Namaste Saraswati Reva Guravani Vracharina Nirvishesha